Ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand, it's another event week guide. This week, it's where strap yourself in because it is a glorious event week. And it can be actually summarized by a 50% discount on the dump. Yeah, exactly that. Diving right into it is double cash in RP in Occupy and the Bunker series adversary modes. The only way to make some good money in adversary modes is if you win. If you don't win, you're going to get half of what you potentially could win. So have a good team together, at least one friend, in order to actually win this, because with randoms it's an absolute nightmare unless you're able to carry the team, which is going to be quite difficult. With the Bunker adversary modes, you want to make sure that you avoid doing every bullet counts, because that is the adversary mode that takes very little time, meaning that you're not going to be able to walk away with a lot of cash. Of course, adversary modes are all based on time, so the more rounds you do, the more money you're going to make. Discounts this week is not all too bad. There's 30% off the Land Ag Reservoir facility, 25% off the Route 68 facility, and 20% off the Lagos and Kudo facility. Aircraft also is getting a discount. There's 25% off the Alpha, the Akula, the Rogue, and the Bambushka. And at cars, there's 30% off the T20, 25% off the Cyclone, the Rapid GT, the APC. I know Raptor is thrilled for that one. The Technical, the Turreted Limo, and there's also 50% off the dump. And I don't believe we actually ever had a discount on the dump, so quite unique. You can now spend only $500,000 on one of the slowest vehicles in the game, and I call it in via Pegasus. I guess the only thing that's going to take a dump after you purchase this thing is your bank account. Shut the fuck up. As far as my recommendations go for discounts this week is that if you don't already own a facility, Route 68 is my personal favorite of using. It's a very good location, it's very centralized, and that's what makes it so good in my opinion. 25% off is a good discount. However, if you have friends that already have a facility and you can play the Doomsday Heights with, there really is not any point in getting one unless you want to buy an Adventure, which I personally advised against as well, because if you already own an MOC, it's both cheaper and it makes a lot more sense to own an MOC rather than an Adventure. Adventure is a very powerful vehicle, but it is also quite expensive, so up to you. Do keep in mind a DLC is on the horizon. It didn't come out today, but it can very likely coming out next week or the week after. It is close, so save your money. The Akula is one of the better helicopters in the game as well. I personally prefer the Hunter, but there's always a heated debate going on when it comes to the Akula versus Hunter. So if you want to start an argument about that, either say that the Akula is better or the Hunter is better. You'll have plenty of fun in the comment section down below, I am sure. Rogue is one of my personal favorite vehicles from the Smuggler's Run update. It's not all too fantastic, but if you want to have a plane that is relatively fun to use, but if you want to have a plane which is a little bit different, it's quite fast, it has some bombs you can use too as well. It's quite a fun and sturdy little plane, so definitely something worth picking up if you're looking to have something a little bit different. And I can't really recommend any cars that are discounted right now, because we had the Wagner on discount last week, and hopefully you were wise enough to listen to your boy and purchase the Wagner last week if you did. If you didn't, then it's definitely not worth purchasing the T20. It's only $60,000 cheaper than the Wagner, which is a much faster and a much better vehicle overall. So when it comes to cars this week, don't purchase any and definitely save your money. DLC's around the corner, like I said. Stock up on your cash and wait for the announcement to see what it's going to be. All I can advise you to do, save your money, don't spend anything this week, and wait until the weekend again until you know what the DLC is going to be like before you purchase any of these vehicles that are on discount today. Premium race this week is Afterburner locked to bikes. Definitely worth a shot if you're pretty decent in races. You can walk away with $80,000 if you manage to win. And then the time trial for this week is Raton Canyon. As always, a quick and easy $50,000 if you manage to beat the time trial. And yes, I do know that last week I said the same thing when it was one of the more difficult ones. But with the Vigilante in the game, everything becomes easy when it comes to time trials. But with all that said and done, thank you so very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry